Cool. So don't worry, guys. If you miss something, so I will share this PDF. This is a step by step. Okay. So how to do the configuration. If you see here, it's very clear. Go here, do this, do that. So for each and every workshops, I created a PDF, sorry, the presentation file. I will share with you guys the later on whenever you have a time, you can create your own job. Okay. So don't worry about it. Okay. Feel free if you have missed something, don't worry about it. I will share this with you guys later. Okay. Good. Now let's go to that. Let's create workshop 3. In the workshop 3, basically what we are planning to do, we just capture the complete address field. If any of the customer, they want to capture this particular address field and they have to index it, right? The based on what is the street, what is the name of the company, what is the street, what is the post box, and blah, 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 blah. So rather than creating a zone for individual line items, so that's always risky also because the lines are too close up. So you cannot create a zone for this particular kind of documents if you want to create an individual zone, right? So what we can do the same way like what we did for the barcode, you capture full, then you split. The same way I will capture this complete, then we will be splitting it based on the line. Line 1 for this information, line 2 is this, line 3 is this, 4 is this, blah, blah. Clear? Good. So what I want you guys, go to the job setup again, select the existing one, which is scan to PDF or ready to scan, whatever. Then click save, add or save, whatever. And make sure you have workshop 3 OCR line items. All good? Really? Good. Perfect. So just save them. Then go to create a new batch. Okay, from here, new batch. You should be able to see the workshop 3. Okay, click OK. And always, whenever anything you do before, you just make sure you are on the right job. Okay, in the top, you can see what job you are in, right? So now we are in workshop 3, right? Same process, the same VAT form. You can download it here. Okay, go to the capture, manual import, the VAT form, the same VAT form. Go to the VAT form, all images, this one. Just download the same. Okay. So basically what we are doing, using with the one zone, just creating one zone, we are splitting the lines. The first line is company, second line street and area, country, postcode. So everything we are splitting based on the line items. Okay. Rather than creating a zone for each and individual lines. Clear, guys? All are in the same page? Same. Right click, copy to the job setup. Right click, copy to the job setup. Give some name. Okay, click OK. Then go to the file, job setup. Make sure you are on the right job, workshop 3. Then go to barcode. Select your image. Okay. And click OCR because it's the OCR zone. Then go to draw region. Just draw a region, something like this. Okay. Fine. When you draw the region, you should have something like this. Okay. Are you getting it? Cool. So what I'm trying to do, number one, I will ignore it, right? Number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this is my company name. This is the street, and this is the area, and this is the country, and this is the postcode, for example. Clear? Make sense? Cool. Okay. And the second option, what I want to show you guys, the other option, where separate the documents, right? We cannot do any separation based on the OCR here, right? So either you have to use a barcode. What if the customer do not have a barcode? Okay, so they have only these OCR values, right? So what you can do if the customer do not have a barcode value, but still you can separate the documents based on the key value, OCR value. Okay, so what I'm trying to do, I will take this Kodak as a key value. So whenever you find a value called Kodak, split the documents. Make sense? Okay, so for that same process, click OCR, click draw zone, and draw a zone here in the Kodak. You should have something like this. Okay, name it as a separator because this will be the separator. And make sure the read value is something like this, Kodak. Okay. And you have to keep a rule here. Whenever you read as Kodak, separate the document. Create a new document. Now, when you find the zone, in this zone, if you find Kodak, Kodak, split the document. Create a new document. It should be between double quotes. One quote here, the double quote, between the double quotes. Mandatory, otherwise it will not work. Okay. Clear? Also, you have to make sure it's based on the read value. Whatever the read value should be here. Okay. You can copy paste also. If you don't know what exactly it is all about, whether this is O or 0 or whatever, copy, paste it between the double quotes, then you are okay with it. Clear? Click OK. Make sure you create a new document and click OK. So now basically you have two zones. One is the complete address zone. And the second one is the separator because we are not using barcode. I don't want to use barcode. I don't have a barcode. I want to use the key value to separate my documents. A logo not in caption. Okay, got it? Clear? So make sure you have address and the separator. Now, when you come to index, now basically what we are saying here is the company name. Okay, delete everything. If you have anything, delete them. Click add. When you click add, have company name as a label because we want to capture company name. Okay, and keep it record field. I want this field to be a record field. What I'm trying to do in the default value, click setup. I want to take the zone which I have created, which is the address, right? The address is the full value, right? 4 or 5 line items. Okay. Click OK. Double click the address. Make sure you have the address here. Forget about this field. Just make sure only the address. Okay. Address in the code. OCR address and then this one, the last one, right? Click OK. And here you can edit. See, I want to capture the address. From the address, I want to take only the line item 2. Line item 2 is my company name. Make sense? Okay. So this is the formula for that. Take the complete address. From the address, just take line number 2 as a company name. Make sense? Then this is the formula. So in the address, there should be double quote. Sorry, not double quote, the colon. Then open bracket, 2, comma, something like this. 2 means it's a line, number 2. No, it's not number of characters, it's the line. This is the line item we are doing it now. This formula we are saying, take the complete address. Okay. This one, can you see the arrow here? Arrow means line items. Okay. This is the line. So look for line item 2. The line item 2 will be my company name. This is in the help. You can go to the help, and these are all the formulas. It's available in the help. As I mentioned again, if you're struggling something, feel free to ask us and we can help you. Don't worry about it. Okay. Make sense? Cool. And make sure in the line feed, okay, sometimes that will not read correctly. So just in the substitute characters, go to setup. Okay. And there will be a line feed. You can see a line feed. Just remove it. Okay. Normally it reads perfectly. If sometimes the lines are not reading correctly, so you can use the line feed to remove. If there is any space, anything between that, it will remove it and it will focus on the perfect line items. Make sense, guys? Make sure.
Amr is asking if you can repeat. I believe he needs the address part. So we need to explain is the address is many lines. It's not one line.
Address is the zone which we created with the full line, 6 lines. Okay. Yeah. So what we are saying, read the address, complete address, and from the address, take only the second line for me for the company. Yeah. Okay. So this is the formula. I will just copy this formula if in case you guys are struggling with what exactly it is all about. So maybe that will help you copy paste. Just you can copy paste this. Yeah, copy paste. Yeah. Okay. Then it will be easy for you. Okay. Right. So now I'm done with the company name. Make sure I have company name. I just split this document line number 2. Yeah. Then street. Right. So add one more index field. Name it as street. Follow the same. The street will be number 3. So instead of 2, make it number 3. So just follow the same. Yeah. That's okay. So on. You can have the street for number 3, or maybe always you just copy this and paste it. So it will be easy. Just matter of changing only the number, right? You no need to type the formula again. Just copy paste. The same way for the area. So you can see my screen in the right. What is the third position here is the area in the right side. You can see it here. Then you can add one more. Then you will have add area. The area will be number 4, right? This formula, just copy paste, just change only the number. So everything same like this, country and postcode. I want you guys to do the same. Country will be 5, postcode will be 6. Okay, same formula, just change only the number, line number.
Bonjour.
Sorry? Country is the line 5. Yeah, if you see here, you can see the line 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So from the default value, you can see here, it should be something like this. On the postcode, you can see my index field here, what exactly it is. It's there in the right side. You can focus this area and you can create your own.
So Dennis is asking, do you only use a substitute character for the first line? So no, we use it with all lines.
No, only the first line.
Which substitute?
Only in the company name, use the line field. Just click setup in the substitute.
This one actually to remove the empty lines.
Then remove the empty lines.
Empty lines. Yeah.
That's
because if you are drawing the area is little bit bigger, so you will get like empty lines.
So whenever you have a space, then you can have that remove line feed. It will remove that particular line from. Guys, are you okay? Yeah. The room, all good. Sunday, all good for you? Great. Jalil? Okay, guys. Perfect. So basically in the index field, you should have all good here. Perfect. So you have 5 index fields. All the 5 index fields, basically what we are doing, we are reading the complete address and splitting the lines based on the line numbers. Okay, so easy is that. Then we'll go to the output. Again, I'm just creating a PDF file based on the document and save everything. Like in a company name will be the file name and default extension. And also I'm just creating an XML file to have my information, what exactly I'm capturing it here. Clear? Cool. So everything is going to save here in VAT form again. So basically the main thing what we are doing is based on the OCR, which we are doing the separation. Clear? Make sense? Sequence. Sure. I want you to delete this in the main screen, guys. Just delete this if you have. Then what you have to do, you have to change auto import setup because you are currently in workshop 2, right? So you have to go back to your auto import setup and select workshop 3. So when you do the auto import, you should make sure that you are on the right job, which is associated with which you are want to scan. Okay, otherwise it will mismatch. Clear? Because it's always looking for the job number 2. So based on the job number 2 configuration only, all the index will, everything will be public. So you will not able to get all the index fields because completely different job. Okay. So especially when you do auto import, make sure you select the right job. Yes, you can do that, but at the time where which job you choose, that is more important. So for that, this particular workshop, you can change the path here. Rather than art folder, you can keep any path. But whenever you select the job, all the files which you are trying to put, you have to put it on that particular folder. Otherwise, it will not map. Clear? Cool, guys. So just make sure you change this one. The VAT form, make sure that you are number 3, workshop number 3, click OK. The same file again, the same VAT form. This time, Copy that same wet form to that folder. Okay. And start. Okay. So you can stop. If you noticed it, the documents have been splitted to the different documents. This is document and the backside. So this is document. We did not use the barcode to separate the document. We use the key value, which is Kodak, to separate the documents, right? So in this case, using the OCR also, you can separate the documents. Also, if you noticed, everything is read correctly, right? By line items. We did not create a zone for each line items, right? We made it one zone and we splitted the line items. Clear? Any questions from the other end, item?
No, we know.
Cool. Here in this room, all good, guys? Now let's do the same process for the workshop 4. Then we will have a lunch break. Okay, let's finish the workshop 4 now. Do the same. I will not repeat it again. You guys know what to do. Start from the scratch. Select scan to PDF. From there, create a file and make sure you're in workshop 5. Sorry, workshop 4. Sorry, yeah. In the workshop 4, basically what we are doing, we will be doing the OCR and also the OMR. The OMR is the mark recognition. So we will be focusing on OCR and the same document and also the OMR. And also we are splitting the documents based on the patch code. Okay. So for that, I want you to just create a job, which is workshop 4. Yeah. So once you have the workshop 4, make sure you're in the right job here in the top. It should be workshop 4. Then go to the capture, import image, manual import images. Go to the sample images. Go to the health claim form. You will see an health claim form. All files. So take an health claim form. Okay. This one, health claim. So basically what we are doing here with this form, okay, there is a patch code, right? So this is the patch code. This is patch T. So you can separate the documents using a patch code also in Capture Pro. Either it can be barcode, it can be OCR value, or it can be patch code, right? Or it can be blank page also. So we have various options to split the documents. Okay. So in this workshop, we will be doing based on the patch code, number 1. Number 2, we are reading all this information. Let me zoom in. Like the patient name, the city, the zip code, and also the insurer ID here. So then we will be selecting the male or female in the sex, what exactly they are in, and what is the employment status. This too will be the OM. Okay. So if you see here, male or female, so this is the X mark. So this is called OMR, right? It can be X mark, it can be bubble, it can be tick mark. So whatever we can read it. Make sense? And the same way, the employment status, whether it's employed or part-time employee or whatever, that also we can capture. Clear? Now copy this into the job setup. Right click, copy to job setup. And make sure you select workshop 4 in the job setup. Okay. Then before we forget, please go to the separation. So the separation option here, either you can have it by count. Okay. So for example, each document, every 2 page or every 3 page, I can select it. So every 3 page, you create a new document. Okay. So for example, I have a set of 30 documents. All the set of 30 documents, every 3 page is part of one document, right? So if I'm confident that all the three will be splitted, then I can say every 3 pages you split, right? Or I can use a blank page. Whenever I use a blank page, I can delete it, right? But this is always risky using a blank page, because if you do a dual style, front and back, if you're trying to capture, if the back side is empty, the empty, it's a blank, it will separate. So I do not recommend blank page for duplex mode. If you have single sided, perfect, go ahead. But if you have 2 sides, it's always risky. So either you can go with the barcode. Okay, so in the barcode, you can create a barcode zone, and the barcodes where based on that you can do it, or you can do it based on the OCR, which we saw for the previous workshop using Kodak. We are doing the separation or the patch code. So this is the patch code, right? So there are patch code. Also, there are 4 types of patch code. Patch 1 looks like something like this. You can see the images. Patch 2, something like this. Patch 3 and patch 2. Understand? So our document which we are using is patch 2 document. Clear? So what I'm saying, look for the patch code. Whenever the patch code is detected, create a document. Make sense? So when I see a patch code, I will create a new document. Please enable that. Go to patch 2 in the separation. Go to the detect patch and document separation. Click here, document separation. Or in some cases, if any of the customer is using patch code just to separate, not to capture the complete page, only as a separator, you can delete that separator. Okay, it's possible. Most of the customer, they're using patch code in the BPOs. They will be using the patch code just to separate the documents, right? So you can delete that patch code. Sorry? Yeah, these are all the standard patch codes. Yeah. It's available in the net. You can print them and you can use them as a separator. Okay, good. Now let's go to the job, right? The separation we have created. Now let's go to the job, barcode and OCR. Go here. Select the image which you copied. You should have something like this. You can zoom in. Let's focus. Zoom as much as you can so you can draw a zone better, right? Click OCR. Zone, create a zone here. Okay, and name it as a patient name. You should have something like this. Okay, if you draw a zone, then you will have this screen. Give the zone name, patient name. You should have the value which is red. If you feel that the value which is red is not correct, compare with this, adjust your zones a little bit here and there. Clear? In the Capture Pro, it's a bit tricky. You need to be specific in that zone. Okay. But since you are doing an auto import, that will be a challenge for the color document. But if you scan the document, what we can do, we can get rid of all this red as a color dropout in the black and white, and we will focus only on the black. Got it? So when you scan a document, you will not see any of this red. You will focus only on this. And that case, you can draw a bigger zoom. Make sense? So this is what we say whenever you want to scan and you want to focus more, scan it in black and white, get rid of all the background colors, right? You can remove remove red, blue, yellow. So these are all the colors you can remove it. Focus more on the OCR data, right? Cool. So make sure you create a zone for patient name and make sure it's read correctly. We are not doing any separation because we are doing the separation based on the patch code already. So no need for the separation. And the OCR is on document level. Clear? The same way I want to do for the city. City is somewhere here in your page. Sorry, here. City is here, the green town, the city. And the next one is the zip code. See here. And the insure ID is here in the right side. Here, insure ID. Okay. I want you guys to create the 4 OCR fields. Then we will focus on the OMR fields, how we can create. So basically we do 1, 2, 3, and 4. The insurance ID in the top right side top. Insurance ID is the right side here in the top. Here, this one, right side. Should be the insurance ID. To move here, there is here the pan. Just click pan here if you want to move the and. Then you can just pick your mouse and you can move it.
Please, Vinod.
Yes.
Can you repeat just the part to be focused on the black and white information, please?
Sorry, which one?
To be focused on the black and white image.
Yeah. Yeah, that you have to scan it. You cannot import the images. When you scan, in the scanner settings, you can say remove all the red. Then it will remove all the reds and it will focus only on the black.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Maybe later I can just scan one page and show it to you. So. Sorry. If you delete all the reds, you will have only the numbers and the name and the X marks. So you can try a bigger zone. So it will be perfect. So this is what it's all about, always scanning the black and white. Yes, of course, because the data is the data. They will just focus only data, then they will link in the database. The next workshop is the database lookup. Yes. Okay, all done, guys, here in this row. Cool. So that's fine. So I hope you created patient name, city, zip code, and the insurance ID 4. Now let's focus on OMR. Okay. For the OMR, there is an option here, mark detection zone. Okay. Click here. And can you see here what exactly we want to do? The patient here, the sex, whether they are male or female, right? Let's draw a zone for male. Okay. Draw a small zone on the male. Let's try it over. Okay. Give some name, zone name. The zone name you can make 6 male because that's a male. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So what we say, if that is filled, take it as a male, right? That's what we say, because we say the zone name can be the 6 male. That's a zone name. And if it is filled, if the information is filled, it's X mark is filled, right? If this is filled, take it as a male. Okay. And take as a male, write a male here. Then we need to create a group. Okay. Click OK, create a group called 6. It's fine. Okay. Okay. Then in the group, if you see it here, edit group. So if it should be something like this, right? You have created a group. It's a 6. No selection. If it is selected, keep it as a male. If there is no selection, then consider that as a female. Clear? And click OK. Now click OK. That's click OK. Then click OK. So once you're done, click OK. Then do the same for the other field. Then focus on the female. Again, draw a zone. Make sure you select this one and draw a zone for female like this. And here, the zone name 6 female. And if it is filled, consider that as a female. That should be in the group of 6. That's, you don't need to do anything. Just edit now. Then click edit. Make sure you have 6 female here. And this is a female. And it should be on the group, the 6 group. And this should be edit. And what if it is not there? No selection. Oh, sorry, this is for the male, right? Yeah, edit group. Yeah. No selection. Yeah. Fine. Click OK. So the field value will be female and edit group. If there is no selection, make it male. Make it male. Okay. Fine. The next one, we done it. The next we will be doing it. The second one is the employed or what employee status, whether it's employed or full-time student or the part-time student, right? So this is another OMR field which we want to capture. For example, the same concept, just draw a region there. Just draw a region in here for the employment status. Okay. Go to the setup here. Then you can put E status, which is employment status. Okay. The field value, if it is filled, then it is employed because this is the employed field, which we configured here, which is employed. Just click employed and edit group. Edit, add to group. Yeah, edit group and create one more group. New, no, group, new. Okay, employment status. Okay, so edit group here and create a new group and name it as an employment status. Okay. And don't fill anything, no selection, nothing. leave it as it is. Okay. So basically we created two groups. One is the sex and one is employment status, right? So now for the employment status, we have the zone for the employee for one here, which is employed. We need to repeat the same for other two also. So other two, just take it, the zone, and name it as an employment status 2 as a zone name. And the field value is the full-time student. Okay, and add that into the group. Okay, same for the employment status 3. Same OMR, status 3, employment status 3. So this is the part-time student. So you can have a part-time student here, and you can add to the same group list, which is employment status. So basically, we create two groups, and each group will have a different OMR values, right? So this OMR values we are associating, and we are mapping with which group it falls in. Yeah. Okay. So basically, when you go here for the employment status, you should have status 1, 2, 3. So these are all the 3 zones which we created. If you go to sex, sex male and sex female should be available for you guys. Clear? Create a zone. So it's very easy. Okay, guys, are you on the same page? Are you good? Okay. So now, once you create all these 3, you're supposed to have a patient name, and this still insurance ID is OMR, sorry, OCR, and the rest all are OMR field, right? Clear?
So we know regarding the OMR, if more than one value selected, so it will come as comma separated or?
Yeah, it will come as separated,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh.
Yes. Cool. So now we are done with the configuration of the job, what exactly we want to do in terms of zone. Now we do have to index, right? Yeah. Anything. Because this is the pixel, right? Whenever it see a data, it is not only X or take or mark, whatever. Whenever it see, it's called a pixel data. If there is a pixel, it takes it. Okay. Cool. Now we are done with the zone. Now we need to associate this zone with the index, right? We need to map the index. What exactly you want to do that? Go to the index field, same process, delete everything, and just map it like this. I want default value should be something. I will not go through again because you guys know what exactly it has been. Start doing it. Click add and select the default value from the list. Or if you have any doubt, just see my screen, how it looks like. Lost? Lost.
No problem. I mean,
I will take it.
it's really nice. Once we come in that, it's really good. It's really good, yeah. But he's not doing the next part of that. It's not supposed to show there, so in the zone, it's not showing anything. Structure graphs everything. All you have to yeah, you're right. I mean, that's, I think, yeah. Because yeah, you have to click up here. Okay. All good. Okay, guys, I hope you guys have.
Amr, do you have a question?
No. No, we don't have any question.
Because you are raising your hand. So we are going for the break now. So.
Sorry, we have a lag in the PC.
Okay, guys, just yeah, okay, just make sure you have. I appreciate if you can mute it. Yeah, please. Yeah, thank you. So I hope you guys managed to get this information, what exactly you want to do in the index. Then the output is the same, nothing much. So let's not focus on output because same PDF, where exactly you want to create a file name. So these are all basics, which we covered it. So let's click apply. Okay. And delete this document. And let's go to the capture auto import because you have to change the job in auto import, right? You have to make sure you are in number 4. Clear? Okay. Okay. Then you have to copy. Now you have to copy the health claim forms. Okay. This is what we configured. So make sure you have the right images to process. Same hot folder. Just run. So if you noticed it, guys, see, I've just scanned the same file. So based on the patch code, it separate the documents and also it read all the information about the patient name, the city and the zip codes and the insurance ID, the sex, whether it's male or female, and also the employee type. If you just zoom in, see, it's a male. And this is the full-time student. So this is taken as a full-time student. And these are all the information which we captured, the town and the zip code and so on, so on, so on. Okay. Okay. The second document is the male and he is employed. So it's mentioned as an employed and it's taken as a, where is the male? It's male here. And these are all the information it captured. So it's a perfect, right? So though it's a color image, it's managed to read it. To be honest, I'm not expecting this to read at least this one. But if you make it as a black and white for the OCR, then it will be the perfect results because it will get rid of all the background of the red. The focus will be more and you will get a perfect accuracy on the images. Yeah. Yes. That's true. I hope everyone managed to get these results. So if somebody is missing, as I mentioned, I have a very clear document here, which I will be sharing with you. So this will give you the perfect, where exactly you have to go, what you have to do, what you have to select. So it's everything in detail. It will be really helpful for you guys. So you can go through whenever you're struggling something. Okay, clear? Perfect. Any questions, item so far?
No.
Cool. Let's wind up for a break now, for a 1 hour break for the lunch. Then we will
Stop the
continue.
recording now. Okay.
Yes, please. And we will start after 1 hour.